made by the Canadian taxpayers.
I'm trying to figure out what is going on up here. Who's cutting through to where and what their actual destination is, because I have no idea. And if I have no idea, then they have no idea. Okay, you could have gone. Oh, this guy looks like trouble. You can't drive a roundabout, you can't drive on a straight road.
Bend over!
Take it!
We've been bending over.
It's just so unnecessary. I appreciate the motivational power of art. You know, if you like art and you want to hang some up in your office to get you going, more power to you. It doesn't need to be subsidized by the government.
No. Order a poster with a cat hanging off a tree branch.
Hang in there, kitty.
Just hang in there. What else do you need in your office?
Yeah, it sounds like it's just an art subsidy, more or less, to just pump money into like the art community.
Well, have you noticed that that light's been red this entire drive up here? So these cars have been sitting there that entire time.
Bureaucrats, a little advice.
What?
Home sense. You can get some nice prints, some large prints too. You know, you can get some big pictures.
Right.
For
So
around
all these cars have been sitting here that entire time. There's at least 12 cars in front. That's a CW Johnstone truck. They do natural gas work. Christ, we barely made this light. Still doesn't turn red, but holy Christ, man. So again, they went and they sat at that light just for the opportunity to sit at that light for 2 to 3 minutes. Took 2 minutes to get up to that light and it was already red, so do the math. Right now they are doing 56. And we've seen lots of CW Johnstone trucks, but they just go up this road, and I don't know why, because their depot is down on Exeter Road, and the closest intersection would be White Oak Road, if you understand that one. You don't understand that one, really the nearest intersection to them is Wellington. So backtracking to Wonderland to backtrack to go somewhere else just doesn't make any sense. You could just go down to Wellington. Yes, you have to go through a little bit of downtown, but that's not my problem, or should be my problem, right? So Johnstone's actually picked up a bit, but this guy in front of me is doing 66. And I told you he was going to be a problem. They couldn't drive a roundabout, you can't drive a fucking straight line, excuse the language. So that car that turned right back there, they sat at that light for probably 3 minutes just for the opportunity to sit at that light instead of hanging a right back at Sunningdale Road at the roundabout, so there's no traffic light there, and they would have already been at their destination, which was likely the highway if you're cutting through a road like that. And don't take my word for it, just take the word of Middlesex Center. They've installed a traffic light up here at Ilderton Road because of the amount of traffic. In fact, they installed that traffic light 4 years ago back there, the one we just passed at Medway Road, again because of all the cut-through traffic. And actually the City of London leaned on them a little bit too, but you know, that was unfair. But yeah, that all came out of the amount of people that are shortcutting. I probably should have started with this right away. I live on Wonderland Road, period. Did I mention that my destination is at the end of this road? crow doesn't fly that straight, my friends. So Johnstone's just touching 80 right now, so I can live with that. I'd rather get around him because we're gonna have to deal with the same thing again after this traffic light and the next one. But I'd like to call it 80, he's not, but we'll call it 80. 69 now. So if anybody turns left, they could have been on a 10-kilometer-an-hour road faster, and if anybody turns right, they could have been on the highway, but it doesn't matter, we're going to miss this light anyways. 67, 66, like you're sandbagging, like you don't even want to make this light. 60, yeah. So, well, at least he's going to make this light, but now we get to sit back here because of other people that are shortcutting, quote unquote. He ran the stop light, the red light. He's, I guess, turning. There you go. So again, both of these idiots could have just hung a right back at the roundabout and they would have been at the highway already. They wouldn't have had to sit through that last light for 2 minutes, and they wouldn't have got stopped by this light. And being a highway and being a King's Highway, Highway 4, in the wintertime, fully plowed, fully salted, religiously. Like, it is always open. If it's closed, the province is closed. Period. This road that we're on right now does not get plowed, documented on this channel. It does not get salted, documented on this channel. So you've taken a slower way that has 2 guaranteed stops on it, and now that we're in late November, doesn't get plowed and doesn't get salted. Why are you coming this way? And the evidence was back there and at the previous traffic light that there's so much of this shortcutting traffic and so many of these people that are causing problems that now Middlesex Center has to install and pay for and maintain these traffic lights. That's not fair to them. How many houses do we pass back there coming up to that traffic light? If you answered 0, you'd be right. Now pay attention here. We just passed one house. Okay. We've got another house. There's 2. Here's one here. 3. And these 2 on this one's 4, but these 2 left and right, they're actually not on this road, but we'll include them. That's 5 and 6, and there's one more up here. There are 7 houses on this stretch of road. 7 houses for that set of traffic lights that didn't have traffic lights since the dawn of time. Yeah. So for other people's poor decisions and not thinking, now all these residents have to pay for it. And I have to pay for it figuratively every day because, again, I live on this road and my destination is the end of this road. I have to deal with all this stuff because people just don't think. Again, why would you go through 2 guaranteed stoplights on a road that's slower than the highway and in the wintertime is not plowed and not salted? Anyway, it's hard to rationalize things that are irrational, so I can't wrap my head around that.